What's going on, people? It's your man the White B, back once again. So this will probably be the last video we do. Obviously, I mean the fight's in 2 days, but still, there's been some family beef between Chris Eubank Senior and Nigel Benn. Now we'll take you back to the start of the beef, essentially, which we didn't cover. This video is a few days old, but this sets the scene for the beef. This cat here, Chris Eubank Senior, comes out. We'll play the clip in a second, but bear with me, man. Come on, give me a second. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the 8-minute mark. You best believe it, man. Now listen. Bash! Chris Eubank Senior comes out. Just kind of... It's one thing to dig at his own son. Oh, you break the rules. Man, it's in the rules, bro. Come on, man. Come on, it's in the rules. What's this cat? This cat... You keep talking about rules, man. What's not in the rules? It's not in the rules. Come on. I ain't trying to disrespect old head here. I'm just not. But he's doing too much is the point. Yeah? You're doing way too much. Anyway, he comes out and he's having a dig. He has quite a few digs. We'll play both of them. Just kind of... Conor, you're ruining... I'll play it. I can't really explain it. It's one of them. Rules. Come on, people.
Already, Conor, you don't have a career to enjoy. You'll look back and your children will look back at your greatest ever fight, and your greatest ever fight will be the one which was promoted bigger than any other fight, and nothing is going to get bigger than what you've done with this circus. And your children are going to be listening to you swear. How could you do that to them? How could you do that? I know you have, what, 2 children? How could you do that to them? Because they're going to listen to you and they say, well, if Dad does it, then I can do it. Junior, you're smashing an egg against this guy's face. I taught you that. I didn't teach you that. Who taught you that? Did Karen teach you that? Who taught you that? That's just graceful. I'm gonna stand in your corner. You must be mad. You must be mad. I would never be in your corner. You're a disgrace. You're smashing and
Alright, so you get the point there. Yeah, Conor Henn, the rules. I'll play some more of the rules bars in case you haven't heard them already. Let's listen to some rules bars now.
no bad language. No hitting. It's a word that comes from the foundation of boxing. Noble. No bad language. No hitting people with eggs and then actually promoting it. Is this what we are now? Is this what it's come to, man? Is this what we are? Is this who we are? Because if it's who we are, it's who your children are going to be. So if you don't want your children to become morons, then stand by and don't say anything with all this nonsense that's going on. Boxing is about rules, and it's about being noble. No bad language. Conor Benn. You swear like a possessed drunk. You're supposed to be in Christ. I believed in you. I do not believe that you did anything to do with drugs. I think you were such...
Okay, so you get the point. Now, we're going to go on a bit of a side mission before we get to Nigel Benn's response. But, I mean, let's talk about this rule situation. Oh, Chris Eubank Senior. I'm a man in Christ. Rules. I'm a man in Christ. Oh, Conor, you shouldn't be swearing, man. Let me tell you this right now, people. Yeah? I'm tired of old heads lecturing. That's what I'm tired of. Because you, man, which I'm about to show you now, these old heads, yeah, who be lecturing a whole bunch, this is what they doing. Now, let's put this one up here, look. Chris Eubank's estranged wife, Claire Geary, brands boxing champ as a cheat, liar and a fake who craves attention as she lifts lid on turbulent relationship. Now, I'm not sure this is Chris Jr.'s mum or whatever, but I heard he was a dog den as well. This is the problem with these religious men who worry about swearing. When you stood in front of God, you signed up to that, man. I'm not even religious like that, but you signed up and you're sitting here preaching. Oh, don't swear. For us, so far, yeah, we haven't heard no rumours of Conor Benn cheating on his missus. Oops. Yeah. Obviously, he's got time to fall off and whatnot, but come on, man. He without sin cast the first stone. Yeah? Oh, the rules. Oh, it's bad language. Come on, man. God don't care. I'll tell you, man, now. Right now. Okay? God don't care about bad language. I'll tell you that for free. Who gives a fuck about bad language, man? Imagine you was on point your whole life, doing a whole bunch of do-gooding and shit. You think God's going to sit there and say, oh, he said a few moody words? Or do you think he's going to praise the larper who was cheating on both his wives, the bond he made in front of God, and then lecturing other people? Come on, man, that's dead. That's played out. Let's get to the bars. Listen, I don't know Chris Senior. We all make mistakes. I might do it too, but the difference is you ain't going to see me preaching, man. I'm getting it how I'm living. That's how I'm doing. Babylonian to the core. Oops. I'll tell you right now, I'm a sinner, man. I like tutu coca occasionally. I like tutu dizzle, man. What can I say? Busted. You got me, God. Yeah, that's what I'm living. I'm living in truth, man. I ain't doing all this preaching and do-gooding. Looking asses. Oh, look at me. I don't swear, but you be dogging on your wives multiple times. How many mistakes you need in front of God? He ain't make you sign up in front of the make the bond and all that, get the rings out and in front of the church and whatnot. You signed up for that. You signed up for it. Oops. Never mind no swearing. Anyway, let's get to the bars. Again, this ain't the Chris Eubank Senior roast, but this point right now is poignant. You see a lot of these LARPers, Russell Brand, loads of man just shilling religion. Now I don't care, man. If your name's Mahatma Gandhi and you're really living like that, salute to you. But most man, like myself, we ain't got no opportunity to throw no stones, man. Yeah, because we got a whole bunch of sins, is the point. You see that one there? If you man ain't got no sins, you can throw all the stones you got, right? But we got the sins, so we need to sit here, be quiet, and wait for the adjudication when we get to the pearly gates. Because you ain't in a position like that to be preaching to people, in my opinion. Now, listen, if Conor Benn's out there and is doing a madness, proper madness, like real nasty, vicious things, then we can all preach about that. But really, man, a few bad language. I wouldn't even mind, if Senior was roasting the fact that Conor Benn popped dirty. He gave him a slide for that. That's the crazy thing. That would be the thing. That was not honourable. But he gave him a slide for that, and he's talking about swearing and cracking an egg. Really? Really? Yeah? Serial philanderer? Really, man? Come on. You can't listen to no religious bars from Yardies, man. Yardies are the worst. They're the worst. They're renowned for this, man. They're renowned for this. Stop playing with me. Yeah? Don't ever listen to no religious bars from a Yardie. They like the women too much. That's been documented. Don't bother at me either. That's a fact. Okay, we go. Chris Eubanks, and this ain't about it. Listen, I'm not roasting him. I'm just, end of the day, he talks too much, man. He talks too much for a dude with a bunch of sin. Now, is she lying? Is she not? He been doing this, man. Chris Eubank Junior's mum deaded him off because he was dogging too much. So stop playing. This is documented. Oh, AB, they've done him wrong. Another black man, nothing to do with being black man. He a dog. How about that? This ain't no Me Too type thing. This is the facts. I bet my life on it. Yeah, come on, people, man. Here we go. Chris Eubank's furious wife has launched a scathing attack on the former middleweight boxing champ, labelling him a cheat, a fake, and a liar. Her extraordinary rant lays bare the animosity she holds towards him after the couple's recent split, having gotten married in 2014. Okay, let's get to the quotes. So these are the crazy quotes here is, you can say, I'm sure there'll be some Chris Eubank Senior shills. Oh, he didn't do it. I believe her. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, and when you hear the bar she says, they ring true. Anyway, here we go. His ex-wife described finding him in the early days of their relationship as eccentric, but this was not a turn-off. Rather, she found it endearing. She told the Daily Mail. He had the nerve to say on ITV's Loose Women show a couple of weeks ago that our split was amicable, that he still loved me and we were friends. Well, we are not friends, it's rubbish. As is his claim that our marriage failed because of the distance between us. It failed because he's a cheat, a fake, and a liar. I suspect he cheated on me. He told me I was stupid and naive to think. This is how you know it's true. Yeah, she ain't lying based on this. So Chris Eubank Sr. told his ex-wife that she was stupid and naive to think a man could stay faithful in a monogamous relationship. He is a prancing, poetry-spouting moron. I want people to know so they are not taken in by him as I was. Now this is That's Chris Eubank. Listen, I'm not saying not to cheat. Do what you got to do. But don't be doing all this preaching shit, man. Leave that somewhere else, seriously. I'm not sitting here trying to judge Chris Eubank Sr. for doing what he wants. If he believes... you saw it here. Yeah? Eubank Sr. told her she was stupid and naive to think a man could stay faithful in a monogamous relationship. Don't get married. And sign up for that. If you're on the swingers, yeah, say to your wife, hey man, I can't be monogamous. What you don't do is lie and deceive. Particularly in front of the Lord, if you're so religious. Lie and deceive, knowing you got no intentions. As far as I'm aware, the whole marriage thing that is monogamy. Oops. So what are you out here preaching the gospel for? Like you the second coming? When you're out here dogging and then playing, oh well, you should have known better. You should have known I could never be monogamous. You know what I mean? I think there's some more quotes as well. And that'll do for now anyway. I think we got through the quotes. Eubank denies a cheating allegation. Sorry. Yeah, he can deny it all he wants. Listen, his first wife said the same thing. Yeah, who here thinks... these are the bars Eubank would say. Come on, you really think I ain't going to cheat? He'd flip it on you, man. No doubt. But anyway, that wasn't the point of the video. I'm just putting it out there, man. These old heads be doing too much, bottom line. I ain't trying to hear no more preaching about swear words, man. Yeah? I ain't trying to hear no more words about preaching about swear words from this guy. Just not. It carries no weight for me. Your name ain't Mahatma Gandhi. Your name ain't someone, right? That's what your name ain't, for sure. So stop playing with it. Anyway, let's get to Nigel's response, which is here.
Let me ask you one question, because I know you are going. Yeah. What have you made of seeing his comments in the last couple of weeks?
I don't.
And he also says that this fight isn't going to happen, according to Chris Senior.
But you know what it is? I don't really like that, because at the end of the day, as much as I've got nothing against the Eubank. So I just wish that they were both together, had their heads together. Regardless of that, I think it's the wrong thing to start running down your son and all things like that. Because I think when you do, you open it up. They both should have got their heads together, get together. Regardless of whatever gone on, you got one dad. One dad. Regardless of whatever went on, they should pull it to bed, mate. Because it's a family affair. It should be Eubank Senior, Eubank Junior against Ben Senior and Ben Junior. I would have loved that. I wish that they could make things up, mate.
Nigel, he's so against the weight difference. So he says he's so against the weight difference. Conor coming up and him coming down.
Okay, did we say anything about when Canelo went all the way up to light heavy? Did we? Or Manny Pacquiao went out about frigging 6 weights? What's he talking about? Is it because he's not in the public eye that he's got to make something that doesn't really add up? Sorry.
So Nigel throws some shade there, saying, and I didn't really pick up on these bars when we did that video a week or two ago. Last week it must have been, where Senior's saying you're a disgrace, Eubank Junior, and the rules. I've watched other channels cover it, saying about he's an egomaniac, and he probably is, right? He probably is, to be fair. And that's what Nigel Benn's getting at. And it's starting to feel that way. Even fair play to George Groves. I thought George Groves might be a bit cucked in front of Senior. But George Groves is saying, what are you talking about? It's in the rules. It's in the rules. What are you on about? Yeah? Loads of people move up weight classes. What else ain't in the rules? I mean, the rehydration clause, although I haven't heard Senior, well, he talks about 160 being too hard to make. Eubank hasn't been at 168 for years, though. He came back down. He could have stayed up there, right? And who knows? If Eubank had stayed at 168, Ben probably would have gone up there as well for this kind of money fight, but he chose to come down. And/or he could have negotiated. Junior could have said, no, it's no rehydration clause or it don't happen. Eubank's more or less made his money. He can still hang about and get punched up by Canelo probably, right? If worst comes to worst. He didn't. Is that bad advice? He obviously is confident, and that's where I do tend to agree with Senior. Fighters, they are going to be confident. It's a bit like when he thought he'd go in there at 157, and he did the weight cut anyway, even though he didn't need it. It's like, that's what we're dealing with here. Anyway, we are where we are. It's not against the rules. And if the fight's going to happen anyway, listen, if Senior thinks he can kick up a fuss and get it stopped, more power to him. But if the fight is going to happen anyway, he needs to do a 180 spin and just be there. Would be my advice. Why not? Okay, you tried your best. The bars were dead as well, man. I'm not gonna lie. The bars was dead. There was no, like Nigel said, there's nothing. It don't really make sense. Sorry, it don't make no sense. There's when you balance it out, the fact that Eubank might be a bit drained. Ben's coming up 2 weight classes and he ain't even fought no one decent at his little weight class, 147. So actually, I think this is probably one of the fairer weight jumps. This is probably more fair than Crawford going up against Canelo. Because Canelo's a top level 168 and Crawford's a top level 147. This is, you got 2 dudes and Conor Hens and, come on. This proper equals it out, to be honest. But in terms of the megalomaniac situation, I guess I was hoping that wasn't the case. Can it be true that Eubank Senior just wants to make it about him? It does have to be said, to be fair to Nigel, when he's at fights, he's not all in the video. Even when you see Senior with Harlem Eubank, he's all strutting around. And even when he was in the corner for Eubank Jr., he'd always be making it about himself. There's nothing. That's why I don't. Again, this whole religious rubbish that he preaches and doesn't live by. There's nothing humble about that, man. Yeah, you've had your time, Unk. Sit down, man, and play your position. What are you doing? He's making it all about him. There's nothing humble about that. You ain't got to be doing all that, man. So it probably is. It's probably a balance of a combination of all the things. Obviously, they lost Seb, unfortunately. Throw it all in. He loves to be in the video and loves making it all about him. And honestly, this fight build-up, not all of it, but half of it, has been him. Him kicking up a fuss, it won't happen, the rules. And here we are.
Yes.
My girls with me, you know what I mean? I have my girls with me.
My girls.
Girls with me, you know.
Oh, there's some light skins, man. Damn. I'm gonna lie to you, man, about it. Wallahi, people. Wallahi, Nigel Benn, man. That's crazy. They got some mad light skin eggs here. What eggs females be eating, man? Damn, where they be eating? In Mallorca, what eggs you man be eating? This is some fine light skin half breeds here. You best believe that, man. Come on, people.
And I just feel like, you know, I just wish that they were together. I just wish that they were together, Eubank Senior and Junior, because I mean it's sad for me. You know what I mean? I just wish they were together because it's a family affair. You know, when he brought his son up the right way, and you know, to see him like the way that they are, it's not good. I just wish them all the best. I hope they put their heads together and work things out.
We still have time, but the thing about someone like Eubank Senior, whether he's megalomaniac or not, his ego's too big. His ego's way too big. He's never gonna swallow it, ever. On principle, he won't be there. And the last thing I'll show you is, this came out in the last 24 hours. Junior again says he's been begging it. I mean, again, with the whole religious thing, I don't know, but what does it say in the Bible about fathers and sons? Really? Is this the route you take? Just kind of sticking your peacock feathers in the air? Oh no, the rules. Anyway, here it is.
Of course I've told him I want him
Whoops.
there. I've told him what it means to me, and I've told him what... Of course I've told him I want him there. I've told him what it means... Of course I've told him I want him there. I've told him what it means to me, and I've told him what it means to the public, to the fight fans who have followed both of our careers for so long. I've told him what it means.
Whoa.
He doesn't seem to care, or he doesn't seem to understand. It's a very wild thing to imagine, you know. Nigel Benn gets it. His son's in the biggest fight of his career. He's with him. My father doesn't get it. What can you do? Of course I've told him I want him...
So, again, since Eubank Senior wants to make it biblically now, I wouldn't have thought there's any backing for this. You're not going to be there, and you're making it about you. Junior, who himself, his personality type, I wouldn't be surprised, like I said the other day, if he said, hey man, fuck that old head, he washed up. Yeah, he talked too much. He'd have been more or less within his right to do that. He hasn't. He's saying, I'm telling him, I'm trying to convince him, like, I need you there, Pops, and Pops is there just doing what he's doing. Honestly, it's a bad look. It really is a bad look. It's a bad look, man, tell the truth here. It's a bad look, what can I say? I don't think it will make the difference though. It's not gonna. Is it gonna help? Probably. Will. Given all the volatility that's took place in the last 2 weeks over this subject, it's probably better he's not there at this point. If he wasn't going to get on the bandwagon a week ago, at this point jumping in, it just creates more like, whoa, swing of emotions. You want certainty in these situations. You're either going to be there from the jump or a week out or not. Don't be pulling. Who knows? Eubank Senior, yeah. Once the weigh-ins have been done and he realises it's happening, that's how we'll know he's proper megalomaniac and egomaniac. We'll know that if he actually does turn up on the Saturday to get in the video. Yeah, he kicked it up first and then jumped in the video. That will show you he hasn't got no principles at all. He's just trying to play at all different sides. Create a fuss and then jump in the mix and strut around the place. Even if he's not in the corner, which he probably wouldn't on 24 hours notice, but who knows? He'll be on the sidelines strutting. That's how you know he's just proper full of cap. But yeah, let's see how it plays out. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like for the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one, people. Stop it. Bosh.